All praise belongs to our Lord, the Lord of all worlds, and peace and blessings be upon the beloved Prophet Muhammad, who was sent as a guide for humanity. When we look at human life from the outside, it seems to be made up of actions. People pray, fast, give charity, seek knowledge, help others, and perform many different deeds throughout their lives. Every day we make countless choices and perform many actions, both big and small. However, Islam teaches us a very deep and important truth. In the sight of our Lord, the value of actions is not measured only by how big or impressive they appear. What truly determines the value of an action is the intention that exists in a person's heart. A deed may appear very great and impressive in the eyes of people. Someone might give a large amount of charity, build something beneficial for society, or perform an act that gains admiration from many people. From the outside, it may look like a great achievement. But if that action is done for showing off, for gaining praise from others, or for worldly recognition, it may carry no value in the sight of our Lord. On the other hand, a deed that seems small in the eyes of people may become extremely valuable if it is done with sincerity and with the intention of seeking the pleasure of our Lord. A small act of kindness, a sincere prayer, helping someone quietly, or giving a little charity with a pure heart can become very great in the sight of our Lord. This powerful truth was clearly explained by Prophet Muhammad. In an authentic narration reported by Umar, the Prophet said, "Actions are judged by intentions, and every person will get what they intended." Islamic scholars have considered this hadith to be one of the most important foundations of the religion. Some scholars even said that this hadith represents a large portion of the religion because so many aspects of life are connected to intention. The value of worship, good deeds, and even everyday actions depends on the intention behind them. A person may pray regularly, give charity, seek knowledge, or help other people. But the real value of these actions in the sight of our Lord is determined by the intention within the heart. If a person performs these actions sincerely for the pleasure of our Lord, then those actions become extremely valuable and meaningful. But if they are done so that people will see them, admire them, or praise them, those actions may lose their true value. This is why scholars have said that intention is the soul of every action. Just as a body cannot live without a soul, actions cannot reach their true value without sincere intention. A beautiful action without sincerity is like a body without life. But even a small action with sincerity can become something great. There is a famous saying among scholars, "Many small deeds become great because of intention, and many great deeds become small because of intention." Think about two people performing the same action. Both may give charity to someone in need. From the outside, their actions look exactly the same. But one person gives charity sincerely for the pleasure of our Lord, while the other gives charity so people will see them as generous. Although the action looks the same, the reward in the sight of our Lord can be completely different. This shows us how powerful intention truly is. Intention also has the ability to transform ordinary daily activities into acts of worship. Every person performs many normal activities during the day. People work, eat, rest, spend time with family, learn new things, and interact with others. If these actions are done with the right intention, they can become acts of worship. For example, if a person works in order to provide lawful sustenance for their family and to fulfill their responsibilities, that work becomes an act of worship. If someone spends time caring for their family with the intention of fulfilling the responsibility given by our Lord, that too becomes worship. Even something as simple as resting or sleeping can become rewarding. If a person sleeps with the intention of gaining strength to wake up and worship our Lord better, even that sleep can become a source of reward. This shows how powerful and transformative intention truly is. Intention can change the meaning of our entire life. Two people may live very similar lives. They may work similar jobs, perform similar activities, and live in similar ways. But one of them lives with the intention of pleasing our Lord, while the other lives only for worldly goals. In the sight of our Lord, the difference between these two lives is enormous. That is why a believer should constantly examine and purify their intention, because the human heart can change without a person even noticing. Sometimes a person begins a good action sincerely, but later the intention slowly shifts towards seeking recognition from others. For this reason, many scholars used to constantly check their intentions. Some scholars even said that correcting their intention was more difficult than performing many actions. This shows how careful a believer must be when it comes to the state of the heart. Prophet Muhammad also warned about the danger of showing off in good deeds, because when actions are done for the sake of people instead of for our Lord, they may lose their reward. This hadith teaches us an extremely important lesson for our daily lives. We should try to do everything in our lives for the pleasure of our Lord. When we speak, we can intend to speak truth and goodness. When we help others, we can intend to seek the pleasure of our Lord. When we learn knowledge, we can intend to benefit ourselves and others for the sake of our Lord. If our intentions are sincere, even the simplest moments of life can become meaningful and valuable. Our daily life can turn into a life full of worship and reward. So we should often ask ourselves a simple question: why am I doing this? If the answer is for the pleasure of our Lord, then even small deeds can become great. Remember this important truth. A deed may be small, but if the intention is great, its value becomes great. Because our Lord does not only look at what we do, but also at what exists within our hearts. Like the video and follow the channel.